Welcome to the lair and welcome to Alice, a Yuri visual novel for NaNoRenO 2022. I am super excited to talk to you about this because not only is the artwork beautiful, it's much like this menu, a spin on something that we already know. Not to mention that there's a certain somebody whose voice is also in it. So if you are ready, if you are hype, then hold on to your seatbelts because it's time for us to light it up.
Alice.
Oh, it's so cool. I'm so excited. Yes.
Were you listening?
Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Oh, really? What did I just say?
Butterscotch cinnamon pie is one of the best pie ideas that could ever be and ever was. I guess that was the wrong answer, guys.
Alice, this is important.
Okay. Is it?
Dad is worried about you.
Dad is always.
5 handsome and powerful men want to marry you. And all you can do about it is hide away from their advances.
I don't really see a problem, but continue. That's not all I do.
And humiliate them.
That's great. That's great. That's more like it. I'm not interested in getting a husband right now. The only reason why I get all these propositions is that father wants at least one of us to marry soon. Why don't you do it if you find them all so incredible?
I'd love to. But sadly, I'm too busy with my studies.
Really? I'd love to.
Don't mock me. I'm serious. I love pursuing my academic studies, and I made the conscious choice to postpone marriage in order to do so.
Well, why can't I make the conscious choice to not at all?
But that doesn't negate the fact I fantasize with a fiancé like your pursuers.
Oh well, then please, by all means, take them. They will be ready for you.
If you want to escape marriage so much, why don't you go to college like me?
Or I could just not.
Even Daddy can forgive not having a secured lineage in the name of education.
Sciences bore me, and art is too pretentious nowadays. I can't agree. I cannot agree. Science is fun, but not really my thing, and I just can't draw.
And like everybody knows, one can only study science or art.
Exactly.
Regardless, Alice, I think you should reconsider your position in this matter. All of these men are highly desired.
Good. Leave me alone.
I don't think you realize it. When I told Jessica that Duke Limstrong himself sent you flowers, she almost fainted.
Oh well. Oh my goodness.
And Lily quite literally cried when she learned you had rejected that prince last month. She always dreamed about marrying a prince.
Oh my goodness. These voices are all so good. They are all so good. Okay. I try to focus on paying attention to her, but I quickly zoom out while I look at the dirty ground. As we walk As we walk, something caught my attention. A white small figure that I don't get to distinguish passes me by the side like a gust. By the time I turn around, the figure has squished her way between the much taller people and street stuff. Let's see, guys. Do we just like... Of course we're gonna follow the figure. Come on now. Okay, so the sister is voice acted by Megan Humans. Phenomenal voice. Oh my god. Shit, I love her sarcasm. It's great. I start slow, unsure if I should continue, but every time I spot a white shimmer in between the crowd, I get a rush of energy that makes me go faster. Save. Probably should have saved before I decide to chase after the white rabbit, but that's cool. That's fine. We're good. Alright, and then return. I don't know why, but I want to catch them. It's not like doing so would change something. The person stops for a moment and seems to look around, like she is scanning her surroundings. That's enough for me to get closer. Oh, look at her! She's adorable! Our eyes meet and we both stop, but also everything else stops. The people, the cars, the sound itself. Oh, for a second I thought they stopped the sound for that part. I was about to have a fit. Her eyes move fast, like she is looking at my face by parts instead of focusing on one. I can see her chest getting bigger and smaller agitatedly. Whoa! I get the feeling she is out of this world and I'm the only one who can see her. I open my mouth to tell her I don't want to hurt her, but the moment I move, she flees, scared. Wait! I turn in the same block she did and continue to chase her. I notice now that she has bunny ears that move around as she runs. She is also really fast. Once again, she disappears. Except this time, there are no people or metal stuff, but trees and plants. Trees? I stop to look around me. Trees. I haven't seen one of these in real life before. A clean gust of wind brushes my face. I take a deep breath. Oh, cool. So it's almost like a post-apocalyptic world. I would have never done that outside from home. The fumes of the city are extremely unpleasant to inhale. I get closer to the trees the girl disappeared from and go between them. Ah! Whoop! And down we go. I fell into something hard and extremely uncomfortable. A sack full of small and tough little things that move under me like small rocks. As I move, they sound like metal sticks hitting each other. When I look up, I see it makes no sense. I'm still alive. The hole is so deep, the entrance is but a mere shine of light.
Oh, please get up.
Oh my goodness, ladies, gentlemen, and peeps. Bunny Girl is voiced by E.J. Callahan. Oh my god, she sounds so... Oh, I want to give all the hugs. All the hugs. Give all the hugs right now. Right now. All the hugs. A nervous voice talks to me. The hole is dark, but I can still distinguish that she is the pretty girl I was following. I do as she asked me to, feeling the pain in my butt as I rise from the sack. She rushes to open it and reveals a bunch of metal things. Nuts and bolts, clock wheels and dials, some undistinguished metal plates strangely shaped.
No, the artifacts! Oh gosh, the queen is going to be angry at me, and then I'm going to be imprisoned, and then I'm just going to go off with her head, and...
Yes!
You did this! Why did you follow me? Why did you fall onto my sack?
I didn't mean to. I mean, I did follow you on purpose, but I didn't want to break your things. Do we apologize or do we don't blame someone for breaking their stuff. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I can't get angry if you apologize like that.
Aww.
I'm rabbit stew.
No. Oh, I love how her ears go up and down. She kneels in front of the metal pile, trying to scatter anything that may work, putting pieces together just for them to fall down to the ground. I go next to her to help her with it, but I realize as soon as I put my hand in the pile of stuff that anything that used to move or had a function is far gone.
Oh, your hand.
I look down to where her gaze is, my prosthetic hand. It was made by my sister. This and every single previous prototype she had created since age 10. I move its fingers, in part to show her and partly to remind myself what that is capable of. The amazing and revolutionary imitation of the human movement. That's what she called it. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? My sister made it for me. She is top of her class.
Is that an artifact?
A what? I think so?
Can I have it?
Who asks people for their hand? I mean, like, literally their hand. What? No!
Please, you broke all my stuff.
Yeah, and I apologized for it. I am not going to give you my hand. Why not? Just take it off. Oh no. Oh, I should have saved before this part. Let's stay calm. Let's breathe. I'm sorry, but I can't just take it off. It is connected to my arm through wires and stuff. That is what makes it move well. I mean, there are prosthetics that can be removed. This is just not one of them.
Oh, I see.
Can I ask why you want me to take it off?
The Queen of Hearts sent me on a mission to your world to find artifacts. She is obsessed with them.
Can you go back and get more? My sister has a lot of these kinds of things in her studio. We'll offer to give her some. Well, I could get you some. Oh, look at her blush. She's adorable. Oh, you are sweet.
That would be nice, but my gem broke in the fall. It was what allowed me to hop between worlds and travel fast. Now I'm stuck walking.
But I jumped with you and I don't have a gem.
Oh, that's because you entered through the same portal I created. It must be closed now.
Oh. Wait, does that mean I'm stuck here?
It seems so.
Oh.
Please, I need you to come with me so I can show your hand to the Queen.
She doesn't tolerate incompetence, and those who fail her get...
Don't cry. Oh! She freezes completely with tears in her eyes. This queen must be really scary.
Beheaded.
Hey, if all you need to not be, well, beheaded is for me to show my hand to the queen, then I'll go with you.
Will you do that for me?
Anything. I will do anything for you. You are adorable. I want to put you in my pocket. Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. She gets up as if nothing happened and takes me by the arm. I mean, do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? I mean, this is for a jam. This is for a jam. This thing, this blows my mind at how beautiful everything is. We start walking toward the cave's exit, which I hadn't noticed before. Where?
To the Queen's Palace. We have to go by foot, remember?
Ah, yes. We get outside where the sunlight blinds me for a minute. Let's go ahead and just save. Yeah, it's one of those types of savers. It'll be okay. When I look around, it seems we are in a continuation of the forest I fell from. However, the colors are more intense and some plants look weird. Not that I know much about green things. She has let go of my arm, but I continue to follow her. She has a map in her hands. I'm not sure where she got it from.
Okay, this is going to be hard without my gem, but if we follow the path without making any weird turns, we should be at the palace's door before the sun sets.
How do you talk that fast? And breathlessly at the same time. Just kudos. Kudos. Excuse me.
Oh, right, sorry. Introductions. I'm Bunny.
I'm human.
No, I am Bunny. I'm also a bunny. You see, my parents had a funny sense of humor.
That they did. I like that. I see. I'm Alice. Nice to meet you. We walk mostly in silence for a while. Bunny is too focused on following her map while I look around with wonder. It's then when I notice two flowers looking at me intensely. They're so... Oh, those are the... Now, in real life, I would probably be absolutely mortified and scream, but those are pretty flowers. I stopped walking without truly realizing to return their stare. Hello? I expect them to answer, but they don't. Bunny, what are the... Bunny? She is nowhere to be found. I continue walking through the path. She must be close. As I go deeper into the forest, I start noticing more and more flowers looking at me. Hello there. I hear a voice, except I don't really hear it. It sounds exactly like my own subconscious, like it is coming from my own mind. Hello? She is huge and colorful, but even more strangely, she doesn't open her mouth to talk. Man, she is cool! The caterpillar smokes from a long and thin pipe. However, the smoke is not disgusting. Instead, it's almost like a floral fragrance. Alice, what are you doing here? How do you know my name? I know a lot of things, child. Like that you don't belong here. When she talks, I can feel pressure in my body. The smoke surrounds me, threatening. Ooh. Who says that? You? Why should it matter what you think? Not me, Alice. Nature. The smoke becomes more and more unbearable. It reminds me of the factory's fumes. We're getting a lot of little hints in this dialogue. You cannot escape forever, Alice. Yes, I can. Alice. Shut up. Alice. That's enough, Caterpillar. Let her go. Oh, so cool! And guess who voices this character? I feel the pressure dissipate immediately and I can breathe freely again. I cannot believe it. Doing that to a defenseless lady. You should be ashamed of yourself. The feline rescuer? It's me. It's me! Yay! Isn't she cool looking? Isn't she pimp? I love her. I look towards the woman that saved me. She stands there, confident, to my side. Well, that's not a good excuse, is it? Oh my goodness, look at her serious face. I notice now the creature is talking to the woman, but I can't hear what she is saying. There's no need for her to go back this soon. Don't worry. The woman extends her hand towards me, and I instinctively take it. She seems so confident and protective that I don't second guess my trust. With the other hand pushing my lower back, she guides me to the path. Only then did I realize I had made a turn instead of continuing going forward. The woman still faces the caterpillar. Our eyes hadn't met yet, even when I was almost always looking at her face. I'll take care of her. While she says that, I feel her squeezing my hand as she pushes me forward. She crouches slightly to whisper in my ear, "It's cat, fight away." That was a good one. That was smooth. Alice. My heart misses a beat. She is charming. She is charming. You did a great job, hot stuff. She tends to be alluring. Hot stuff? What I wonder is what you were doing all alone in a place like this. Caterpillar's not the only danger out there, you know? Yes! Happiness. Yes. Guys, I'm in a game. I'm in a visual novel. How awesome is that? Come with me. I'm going to take you somewhere safe. Look, my house is near. Wait. I'm sorry. I realize that a complete stranger inviting you to their home can be weird. At least, tell me where you were going so I can take you there safely. It's not that. It's just that I'm actually looking for someone. I mean, we got separated. Oh, poor thing. Who are they? I know one or two people around here. I could help you find them. Their name is Bunny. Oh. That is the face of I don't want. Her face changed completely. There are many bunnies. How does she look? Oh, well, she is all white and wears a pretty blue skirt. Oh no, you see the flowers died? Yeah, that's her. You know Bunny? Like I said, I know one or two people around here. And Bunny doesn't exactly like me. She goes around telling everybody that I'm apathetic and nosyish and other words I don't really know the meaning of, but I know they are bad. She's too anxious all the time. I don't see why she would say that. Gee, I wonder why. Oh, man. Ah. Ah. That hurt. Oh. I don't think you should mind what she says. She is too anxious all the time. Yeah, that's right. She is way too anxious for her own good. She needs to learn how to relax, like we do. Did she try to take away one of your body parts too? That's absurdly specific. I know. There was this time the queen got obsessed with cats. She wanted to make a scarf of my tail. Ugh. Anyways, regardless of where she was taking you, you are going to have much more fun with me. Let's go. Cat holds my arm, but a shout interrupts us.
Alice!
It's Bunny, who comes running towards us. Cat lets me go and puts her hands in her pockets. Bunny recognizes her immediately, and her demeanor also changes. I can see her straightening her back even more and raising her chin. Hello, Bunny.
Cat, I see you have met Alice. I hope you weren't a complete annoyance to her.
Ooh, oof, oof, oof. Say nothing.
Anyways, it was a pleasure to see you again, Cat. Alice and I have to continue our travel to the Queen's Palace.
The Queen's Palace. Alice, you shouldn't go there alone. The Queen is one scary woman.
Well, the good news is that she is not going alone because I'm coming with her.
Yes, because a dwarf with personality issues is a good companion, isn't it? Shots fired.
What was that?
Shots fired. Shots fired. All I'm saying is that either you are an unbearable brat that wants to boss everybody around, or you have the confidence of a child with mommy issues. Pick one.
That's ridiculous. You have absolutely no reason to think that.
Oh my god.
Right, Alice?
Oh no. Please don't fight. Oh no.
Right. Alice, I'm too civil to do such a thing. It is meaningless.
That's right. I would destroy her. Well, it doesn't suit you to be like that. How does that suit me? Stop it. I don't want to go if you two are going to act like that the whole way. You don't really need to worry about that, Alice, because she is staying. And who is going to protect Alice when your queen goes all crazy mode again? Well, I could try to do that. Great. Then who's going to protect her when you fail at that? You know what, Alice? Why don't you choose who you want to go with? Okay. Who I want to go with? And this looks like a good spot to save. Yeah. Okay, guys. What do you think? Should we do my route? Should we do Bunny's route? Are we gonna do Cat or are we gonna do Bunny? Cat or Bunny? I am curious to see how myself goes through this, but oh, that seems so self-serving. I'm gonna go with Bunny because there's another route that I really want to try, and I'm going in blind. I did my best to not get too much information about all the routes and everything, and I am experiencing this for the first time as a player. So we're going to go with Bunny for now. I want to go... Ooh, you could choose alone. Alone, with Cat, or with Bunny. What happens if we go it alone? We're going to get beheaded, aren't we? If we go alone, are we going to get beheaded? I want to go it alone. What? No! It's too dangerous. I need to take you to the palace. Can you think of someone who is not yourself for a second? Shut up! I want to go alone. You said it yourself, Bunny. As long as I go north and continue the path, I should get to the Queen's Palace before the sun sets. But... Please trust I can do it. I start walking away from them when Cat's voice calls me. Alice, wait. Take this. She put something in my hand. A sleigh bell? Yes. If you are ever in danger, just make it ring and I'll know where to find you. I see. Thank you. See you later, hot stuff. She disappeared. I look at Bunny, who is unfazed. It seems Cat is just able to do that. I raise my hand to say goodbye and I continue walking through the forest. Don't worry, Bunny. I'll see you in a minute. If I knew I would get lost, I wouldn't have left the others behind. The feeling of dread left me with curiosity on what awaited me at the end. Would I meet more of the kind strangers like the bunny and the cat? I let out a heavy sigh, resting the hand on my face. Oh, what would I do? It would certainly be awful to lose my way. Though the forest was beautiful, it offered little comfort. If I were with my company, the leaves would glisten with sunlight brighter. A forest without company, like a cat without its claws. And a cat without its claws, nonsensical. Just as I was growing frustrated with the endless trail, the whiff of something delightful caught my attention. Oh, cookies! Oh, they smell so warm and familiar. I could smell just the fresh butter with a hint of wonderful chocolate chip. It was a welcome distraction from my loneliness. As I follow the smell, I come to an abrupt stop where the trail cut off. If I want to arrive soon, I would have to continue. But those cookies, surely it wouldn't cause an issue to see who made them. We're going for the cookies. Surely it wouldn't bother anyone. I wouldn't need cookies to enjoy if I continued down the weary path anymore. I step off the path deep into the overgrowth. With a hand up to my chest, I pulled branches away and stepped over any twigs. The forest was thick, and up close it provided only a challenge in making sure my dress didn't snag. In the distance, I heard the sound of clinking and laughter. After minutes of walking, I step out of the forest into a clearing. Oh! In front of me was a table set out under a tree in front of a freshly painted house. A very large rabbit, dressed in a fine suit, sat in the closest chair. The closet chair. What's wrong with me? In the furthest sat a woman with short orange hair and a top hat. She smiled warmly in my direction, as if unsurprised. Between the two of them was a smaller mouse fast asleep. It looked incredibly uncomfortable for the poor small mouse. Hello? Oh, excuse me. I made my way towards the tea table just as the large rabbit slammed his fist on the table. The plates and drinks fell to the side, staining the beautiful embroidery.
No room! There is simply no room!
Oh my god! So the March Hare's Thai Coker. It's my first time hearing any of the voiceover artists do the character voices.
There is simply no room for you!
There is room. You're all so close and there's so much space. My footsteps came to a slow halt in front of the large table. It was very, very messy, with broken glass and drinks spilled. Not wishing to be left out any longer, I took the closest seat to me, an armchair, which once I sat in was rather comfy. As if changing his tune, the large rabbit leaned forward and gestured with a sweep of his hand.
Have some wine, dear.
Ooh. I surveyed the messy table for some wine, only to find there was none. But there isn't any. The rabbit leaned back in his chair.
There certainly isn't.
Then why did you offer it? You do realize it is uncivil of you to offer something that isn't available.
Well, wasn't it uncivil for you to take a seat without an invitation, dear girl?
Touché.
The only uncivil thing at this table is your manners, dear Alice.
Ooh! Ooh! Shots fired! And this lovely character is voiced by Ariana Rosario. Let's go, let's go. Help! Oh, choking to death. There we go. How did you know my name, ma'am?
I read the text box, my dear. Now come.
Oh. The woman gestured to the delicacies, leaning forward with a manic expression.
Tell me, dear Alice, if I start off dry but come out wet, I go in light and come out heavy, what would I be?
Oh, what does that have to do with being uncivilized?
Are you capable of finding the answer, Alice?
Though I felt annoyed by the large rabbit's indecency, the riddle induced my curiosity. Is it a... Whoa. The woman stood up suddenly, awaking the little mouse who in a startled motion fell back in his cup.
Oh, let's have some fun! We surely don't have much time together.
Oh, look at the mouse! By the way, that adorable little mouse is voiced by Marie Cheney, and I am just, ooh. Oh, I would love to have some fun.
Then what are you waiting for, dear? Come, sit closer.
I rose from my chair and chose one next to hers when she sat down and propped her chin on her palms.
Now tell me, are you lost or have you been found?
Pardon me? She suddenly rose again, pointing towards the two beside her.
Where are my manners? The one in fancy garbs is the March Hare.
Charmed.
Dormouse is the one nursing a bruise, and that over there is our silent friend.
I followed her finger to a strange machinery sitting alone. Despite walking over, I hadn't spotted him at all, for it was silent. Does he have a name? Useless is its name. How rude. The March raised the cup of tea, ears folded back with indignation. That is all it is. Slow and useless. Cannot pour a proper cup of tea! Who are you not to have a skill as useful as pouring a cup of tea?
That's the automaton, Alice!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dormouse, chill with me. Be my friend. I will give you all the cookies. I flinched, startled by the tiny voice coming from the mouse still beside the table.
Yes, yes! You see, I fixed it up! Now it's the perfect tea server.
When has it ever completed that feat?
I dare say you've never actually asked for tea from it.
I certainly have.
The two bickered in the background as I focused on the automaton. Now that I had a closer look, it looked very familiar. Factories.
Speak louder, my girl. What are you talking about? Have you found the potential in our silent friend? Tell me you love how I repurposed it.
I do love it, yes. You were right to fix it up. Or it is certainly a strange sight. I do love it. I do love it, yes. You were right to fix it up. She gently grabs my chin, tilting her head with a big smile. A light color crossed my cheeks that I couldn't hide.
At least you recognize its potential, dear.
Alice is like, whoop, what? Okay, this is okay.
I know a friend of the strange and bizarre when I see one.
Yes.
Now, what were you speaking of about factories?
I forgot everything. I recognized the automaton to be one of those used in fabric factories. Of course, this one had been repurposed. I wonder how it got here. They aren't aware of the factories back home. What should I say?
Has a tea bag burnt your tongue, dear? Speak!
I've certainly seen one of these. Yes. Does it speak?
Its voice is as useless as its abilities.
Will it serve us tea now?
No. It will be useful later.
Fair enough. But how we will have tea now?
Now, Alice, what are you doing here?
I stare in shock at her question. What do you mean?
Surely you have somewhere else to be, rather than here enjoying tea.
I've just arrived. I was awfully lonely. See, I parted ways with some friends. You may have heard of them, Cat and Bunny.
Then what made you leave them?
I only wish to go ahead, but I may have been turned around.
Turned around? You are always turned around in this wonderland.
Can we take a moment to get down with the thickness? We all know what I'm talking about, and we're just gonna move on. Wonderland. This situation, the walk, the people I've met, this was definitely a wonderland. Can you make sense of it?
I believe no one but you can, Alice, for you are the main character.
That wink, that cheeky wink. How would I be able to make sense of it still? I don't feel like the main character. She leans forward with a wide grin.
I cannot tell you. If you don't know it, then certainly we will all be sentenced to death eventually.
Awesome. Awesome. She broke out in laughter, hugging her sides as her hat tilted to the side. A strange woman she is. What is your name? I don't remember hearing it.
Maddie, or the Mad Hatter, if you wish.
Why would I call you the...
He's sleeping again.
My gaze fell to the dormouse, fast asleep, beneath a tossed teacup with his tail sticking out.
Strange fellow.
Strange indeed.
Now tell me, Alice, do you consider it weird to be strange?
No. I like that you're strange. Yes, you should be proper when it comes to public appearance. Being weird is fun. Okay? If you are trying to normal it all the time, then you will go Norman Bates, and even then you will become weird, but in a bad way. So just be positively weird. I like that you're strange. Maddie smiled even more, holding her hand out towards me.
A friend of strangeness is a friend of mine. You will find nothing but eccentricity at this tea party.
Maddie stood from the table and clapped her hands together.
Let us have tea once more. My silent friend, pour us 3 cups. How much sugar would you like, my dear Alice?
2, please.
1, if you can do it right. A tiny one for the dormouse as well.
Mandy clapped her hands thrice, and the automaton came to life. It wobbled over to their side of the long table and began pouring into our glasses from tea kettles. I held my teacup out for it to pour into just as it dropped 2 sugars in. Thank you. After completing its duty, the robot made its way back to the chair where it sat and paused for minutes on end. It must get turned off after every use.
Now, Alice, let us make haste. We have plenty to catch up on. Your journey, share it.
And that I did. I told Maddie everything leading up to now. The meeting with Bunny and Cat, how I got lost in the woods, and how I ended up here. Whoa. Before I could finish my story, a rumble struck the ground, knocking the tea out of everyone's hands. The hot liquid spilled on my dress. Ow! The dormouse poked its head from beneath the teacup, looking around wildly.
What was that?
Who cares? My tea!
I believe you should duck, Alice. Here.
Maddie grabbed some napkins and placed them on my lap to dry the stain.
Some very unfortunate company is arriving, and I don't believe they've met you yet.
Unfortunate company?
Yes, they certainly don't like me at all.
Why wouldn't they like you? I like you. Are you in trouble? Did you do something to make them angry? Why wouldn't they like you? I like you. That blush. Maddie giggled crazily, grasping my chin once more and leaning so close our noses nearly touched.
I like you too, dear, which is why I asked that you hide.
The March Hare barely paid attention as I was shoved onto my knees beside the table. The rumbling grew closer, accompanied with the sounds of trumpets playing.
Sit tight and be pretty, Alice. Our guests always bring unfortunate news. A frown does not fit your lovely frame.
Though I was told to sit tight behind the table, I couldn't help but peek over it partially as the trumpets blared. The trees parted as 2 large beasts pummeled through, the gusts knocking the table covering off, sending tea and plates flying towards us. I duck as Maddie simply leans to the left, dodging the flying cutlery. Peeking above the table once more, rows of soldiers came wearing cards and clubs on their shoulders. Each of them carried a spear as they slammed it on the ground and stood on either side. Oh, look at you. You're adorable. A tiny card staggered forward into the clearing, clearing his throat and bellowing at a high pitch. The Queen! The Queen! The Imperial Highness, Her Grace, Her Excellency, Her Royal Majesty, the Queen of Hearts is asking for the head of the Mad Hatter and March Hare. Some guards rode on the backs of drooling, growling beasts who stalked towards the table. My heart raced until I felt a hand on my shoulder. When I looked up, Maddie held a finger to her lips and winked. Surely, if she is calm, shouldn't I be as well? Mad Hatter, you are hereby! A plate flew from the table towards the guards. One beast eagerly swiped it before it could harm the bellowing card. How dare you!
Coming to a tea party interrupted, aren't we?
Ooh, saucy. Get it, Maddie?
A lawless forest indeed, for that tea was full and untouched!
The guards came closer to the table, swarming from either side. What would I do? Surely this must be a mistake. I glanced towards Maddie and the March Hare, still entertaining the guards with their bizarre behavior. Were they here for me as well? If so, how rude that they declare my sentence and not the cause behind it. But they mentioned Maddie and March Hare. Whatever could they have done to arouse this much anger? You will come quietly. I will send reinforcements.
The only one quiet is the Dormouse, who is once again asleep.
A strange fellow.
Strange indeed.
I clutched my hand to my chest, squeezing my eyes shut. Maybe it was better that I was taken before Bunny. After all, they will finally leave her alone. She is simply too nervous to survive in prison. The sun is still here. I should have timed until my supposed capture. Your Majesty demands you come! Mad Hatter! Your arrest has been recommenced! Maddie picked at the flung table covering as the cart huffed and puffed. Eventually, the cart exploded in a fit of anger. I should do something. This isn't right. In a sudden movement, I rose from beneath the table with the cart staring at me now. If it is the Mad Hatter and March Hare you want, I wish to accompany them.
A strange girl, isn't she?
A strange one indeed.
Though, as I turned my head, the Mad Hatter smiled.
I do wish to pay a visit once more. March Hare, shall we?
If we must.
Dormouse, listen here, little guy.
Dormouse, oh my god. Why are all of y'all so lovable?
We will be back in a minute. In the meantime, please take care of our table, would you?
But they get to sleep every 2 seconds. You can do it. You can do it.
But I'm just a little mouse.
Well, Maddie is trusting you. There must be a reason.
That's right. I know you are up for the challenge.
Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness.
Well, gods, take me. But before, I have one request.
Yes, ma'am. Bold of you, but I'll allow out of respect for your previous relationship. Let's say to the queen. Relationship?
Great! Let me bring this guy.
She took the automaton and placed it to her side with one arm around as if it was an old friend. Why? You know what? Sure. Guards! The guards, all of them, weird cards with faces, surrounded us menacingly. The mouse and I seemed to be the only ones scared of them. They escort all 3 of us to the palace. Sometimes the automaton gets behind and the cards poke at it. The machine doesn't seem to care. Maddie doesn't stop smiling. She notices me looking at her and winks at me playfully. Oh man. Ooh, okay, we're at the Queen's Palace. Let's just take a quick moment to save. We're saving here. Thank you. How far along are we? Alice! When we arrived at the throne room, the first to greet me was the anxious Bunny. Her hands were shaking as she took mine, tremors taking over her entire body. Where were you? You know you shouldn't be late. What if something happened? I squeezed her hand in an attempt to comfort her. I simply got turned around. Fortunately, I have made some new friends along the way. I gestured behind me to the Mad Hatter and March Hare, who was playing games with the near stone-faced guard.
Silence!
Yes. Alright, Key. Key Garland is the voice of the Queen of Hearts. The room fell silent as a startled bunny hurried to the Queen's throne room. She threw herself on the ground, ears folded against her head. Majesty? Maddie bowed on one knee, opening one eye towards me until I knelt as well beside her. The March Hare grumbled and did so as well. Trumpets sounded just like before, except they were louder and echoed in the throne room chambers. Your Majesty, Queen of Hearts! The Queen rose from her chair when I looked up, and immediately I became taken by her appearance. She was dressed in a large red gown that dragged across the ground. It carried hearts all around her midriff and skirt. It is a fly dress, I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty pimp. Her hair was in the shape of a heart with a tiny crown placed on top. The Queen stared directly at me until I realized I was ogling for too long and lowered my chin.
Madeline? Oh, Regina, don't be so cold. You'll make my heart hurt.
Ooh-wee.
Bunny!
Oh. Bunny raised her head, biting her bottom lip. Yes, Your Majesty.
Where are my artifacts?
The guards slammed their spears to the ground, causing the poor girl to shrink.
Your sack for my artifacts. Why is there no full sack like your previous endeavors? And why are you late?
I wasn't informed of the royal time change.
That is no excuse for your tardiness. Instead of these lame excuses, you better provide a good reason for your absence of artifacts. I demand honesty, Subject Bunny.
Well, you see, there was a full sack, but it was destroyed.
Destroyed?
Yes?
In 10 seconds. You best have a reason why I shouldn't be having your head on a platter! It has been some time since I've ordered that method.
Wait. I did bring quite an amazing discovery that no one has seen in this world.
Oh? And what might this discovery be? This better amuse me to make up for your disappointing effort today.
In order to unveil said discovery, allow me to present my companion from another world, Alice.
If that is allowed.
Come forward, Alice.
I've never been enthusiastic about taking orders, but with our lives on the line, I have to be careful with what I say. Shall I be snarky or shall I follow along? I kinda wanna be snarky. I'm going to be snarky. Why should I? You can see me just fine over here.
What did you just mutter?
It just seems like a pointless order. Plus, you're really annoying to listen and look at.
I will have both of your heads for this insult!
I'm glad I chose to be snarky. I'm really glad I chose to be snarky. Look at this shift. Oh no, me and my big mouth.
Alice, what have you done?
Apparently, I got the beheading ending. Off with their heads. Alice in Wonderland. Thank you for playing. Worth it. Completely and utterly worth it. Worth it. Alright, guys. That's it for my playthrough of Alice NaNoReno 2022. Please, 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 please go to itch.io and look up Sasha and this game. Support it, download it. It is free to play and it is wonderful. There are different endings for each of the characters and the artwork is fantastic. The music is phenomenal and everything is just mwah, chef's kisses all around. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, and if you want to see more, because we're going to get it heated up in this camp, then subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know when the next treasure will be added to the horde. Lady Dragonflame, out.